In this video, I'm going to briefly outline the different analysis modes available in the MindWare Analysis applications. I'm using the impedance cardiography application, but these same modes are available in version 3.2 of all analysis applications. Analysis modes are configured on the Events and Modes tab. These modes define how data will be segmented. There are three main modes of analysis: time, event, and multi-event. You can switch between them by clicking on the radio button next to each mode you wish to use. Switching modes will update the screen with the relevant settings for each mode. Time mode is used to segment the data file in fixed duration time intervals. A common way to look at data is to view it in 30 or 60-second segments from beginning to end. Adjust the segment time setting to set the duration of each segment. The gray lines on the timeline indicate the location of each segment within the file. It is also possible to ignore a portion of the file at the beginning or end by unchecking File Start or File End and adjusting the start and end times, either by dragging the slider or entering the desired time. Start and end times can be set to the exact time of an event by dragging an event from the list to the start or end time. Even though segments are not based on events, events can still be viewed during analysis in time mode by checking the Show Events box. The next two modes rely on events to define the time and duration of segments of data. Events are labeled time points in the data file which have been considered significant for analysis. Events can come from a variety of sources. They may be included in the data file, detected from a digital event channel, or imported from an auxiliary file. For more information on the types of event files supported, refer to the online manual linked in the video description. Event mode uses a single event to define the time and duration of a segment. The start and end time of a segment are relative to the event time. A segment can consist of time before an event by entering a negative value in the start time setting, or time after an event by entering a positive value in the end time setting. A segment can consist of time before and after an event, or the time before and after an event can be viewed as two separate segments by splitting the segment at the event. It is even possible to define a segment based on the event but does not actually contain the event. Specific instances of events or entire groups of events from a given source can be chosen to define segments. Drag and drop events or event sources from the left to pick which events are of interest. The segment around each event can be split into even smaller segments to keep data analysis more manageable by checking the Split into Multiple Segments checkbox. Multi-event mode uses two events to define the start and end of each segment. Like event mode, individual instances of events or entire groups of events from an event source can be selected. Drag events from the left to define the start event, followed by the end event. Multiple start and end events can be specified to include all segments of interest in a single analysis session. To preview the available segments, use the left and right arrows and observe the segment times and event names. Similar to event mode, if the event-to-event durations are too long, they can be split into smaller segments by checking the Split into Multiple Segments checkbox. For more information on how to use these various modes of operation, see the online manuals, search our knowledge base, or browse our video library for additional content.